Hey guys, how are you? Another literature break for you this afternoon. And this is another of the recommendations from the request line. This is Bitter is the New Black by Jen Lancaster. So, I wanted to read a section that is pretty fun. I do a lot of writing in nonfiction about my mom, and a lot of people take it very seriously and get worried, but you know, when you're a woman, your mother, especially mothers that are doting, well, you know if you know, and if you don't, it's fine. Don't worry about it. After a long, hot, stressful week, we're finally in Vegas. My parents, Fletch, and I came out on the same flight, although we weren't seated together. Fortunately, when we checked in at the gate, an exceptionally sensitive airline employee heard our conversation, noticed the addition of crazy about mother's eyes, and placed us at opposite ends of the plane. You see, the previous evening, my mom morphed from a licensed professional therapist with a master's degree and widely varied interests into some sort of horrific, batshit crazy Japanese anime character named Momzilla. The minute she velcroed herself to me in the car on the way to the airport, second-guessing every single one of my carefully detailed wedding plans, I knew I was in trouble. This thing is really going to town on the autofocus. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Okay, soft focus. I like it. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, so we're back to Mom. Okay. Mom, what is the matter with you? Why are you so stressed? I asked. There are just so many details to manage, she replied, her foot tapping about 100 beats per minute while she clutched my hand. Yes, and I've already managed them. What do you think I was doing all summer with your credit card? This week has been orchestrated to a T. I told you not to worry about the details. It will be perfect. So please just sit back and enjoy it. All the hard work is done. What about the flowers? You haven't even seen them. How do you know how they're going to look at the reception? She fretted. Mom, I appreciate your concern, but it's unnecessary. The florist told me she does events at Drum Jungle every week, and we discussed the arrangements at length. Between the orchids, birds of paradise, gardenias, and ginger blossoms, they'll look and smell exquisite. The first thing we have to do once we get there is to check out the reception site. I want to make sure I like where they put us. What if they place us by the fire pit? It will feel like we're sitting in a greasy garage. Also, we must make place cards. Again, Mom, I've worked with the manager at length. Everything is confirmed, and it's going to be great. And I've told you a dozen times, seating charts and caged go-go dancers do not go together. I want casual and informal. Place cards will go against the whole bucking tradition theme of the wedding. What if the service is bad? My sisters will never let me hear the end of it. With 8 children in the family, most of my mother's siblings have been locked in a lifelong competition with one another. Usually my mother doesn't play along, but she's finally thrown her hat in the ring with this event. First of all, it's Vegas, and there's no such thing as bad service. Second, I actually spoke to the waiters working on our event, and they were really enthusiastic. Stop obsessing, please. What about your dress? Are you sure you packed it? And how are you going to get it pressed the day of the ceremony? Mom, we're going to Las Vegas. They have everything there, okay? I could call the concierge and request a crack pipe and a 13-year-old male prostitute, and both would be delivered to the room within the hour. Getting help ironing my dress will not pose a problem. Now you're taking drugs? Mom, I'm using hyperbole. You have to lighten up. What about your hair and your makeup? Have you looked at the itinerary I prepared for you? Our salon appointments start at noon on the day of the wedding. I booked them 2 months ago at Robert Cromian's. I don't know what that is. It's one of the best salons in the country. My mother had clenched fists and a line of perspiration over her top lip. When I booked our appointments, I told them the time of the wedding, and we spaced out our services accordingly. Remember, they have brides in there every day, and they know what they're doing. This news did not seem to soothe her. I continued, Mom, please, please, please calm down. You're going to make me nervous. So, that's for all the moms and all the daughters and all the lovely wedding days we've all had. Take care. Have a great weekend.